Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Dear students, I hope you will be fine and studying at home and trying to prepare yourself for your exams and trying to make your skills according to the given knowledge in your classroom. Last time, you know very well that we had performed the lab activity number 1 and 2 of chapter 7. If you remember, so you will see that what was the basically task that we had done, and I had even given you the material in your Google Classroom, not only the video of the lesson, but also I gave you the material which is basically some pictures, and I asked you to use these pictures and try to make a good project. And we were supposed to do these practicals. Let me show you. Practical 1 was there that you had to take one copy as a one image as a background, one good image as a background. So we had taken a grassy field background, and you were supposed to attach the picture of a horse. You were supposed to have a picture of a horse, a separate picture, and you were supposed to insert that picture in your graphic. So basically, this was the objective that we were supposed to do. So we had made this project, and if I show you, and I had shown you the steps, and I suppose that all of you would have practice for this task that I had given to you, because such kind of tasks are very important when you are using two images. One image is background, and one image is another image that you are trying to fit in that particular background. Basically, this was the task that we were supposed to do. Second task was that Herman wants to create an image of an aquarium. So we took two images, one for aquarium and one for picture of the fishes. And what did we do? We set those images of the uh, you know fishes inside the aquarium. So this was the project that we made for the background image of scenery and an image of horse, and we set the horse over there in that particular background. It seems that the horse is running over here in this scenery, and we had done this job, and I had explained you horse is on separate layer and the background image is on separate layer. You can see over here that the horse is on layer 1 and background is on background layer. We can rename the layers as well. Let's suppose if I right click on it, and then I can even change it. I can even give some other names to different types of layers. So this was basically the example that we did. Another example that we had accomplished was basically the aquarium, setting up of an aquarium, and we had taken the number of images of the fishes, and we set those fishes inside the aquarium. And this was the task that we completed, and I had given you this material, not only the image of the aquarium in your Google Classroom, but also the image of the pic of the fishes. So why I had given you these things? So that you can practice. I also gave you the image of the background and the horse so that you can do practice of it. And I hope that you would have done. Kindly just raise the hand and let me know that you did practice of it at home. Just raise the hand and let me know that you are doing practice of Adobe Photoshop at home. You are going through these all things whatever I am teaching you, because these are very important things, and you will have hands on practice for with all these things. Only one student. What the rest are doing? They are not interested. They don't want to study. Okay, see the next example in the lab activity, page number 141. Then we have to move toward the next chapter, chapter number 9, where we are going to explore more tools in Adobe Photoshop. Select an image of a landscape. Uh, Select an image which is landscape and open it in the Photoshop. Okay, using different selection tools, select and copy different images of trees, and then uh, add them to the landscape image. Okay, landscape image, we have to add the trees in the landscape image, so as to increase the number of trees. Also add pictures of birds in the sky and create a beautiful nature scene. What we need to do, we have to find out some good images, number one, because in this chapter basically we did not work on so much tools, we just work on the selection tools. So in selection tools, we have to of course use that particular tool to make some kind of different kind of sceneries, natural scenery. Natural scenery I want to have as a background. What I am going to do, I want to take the background as natural scenery, where I have to put what, where I have to put some trees, number one. I have to use some birds, number two. And such kind of things are there that I need to do. Okay. So what I can do, I can take this image or any good other image where I feel that I can easily place the trees. Okay, because we have to find out the trees as well. Because they said that the image should be landscape. The image should be landscape. So I have taken those images where there is no particular tree right now. There is no particular tree. One tree is there, but we will insert some more trees in it. Okay, fine. We take this image and I save it on my desktop. I take a folder, lab activity 3. So this is basically the background that I have taken. Now I need to have some trees. So I am going to write trees. Different kinds of trees are there. You can select any one of them, but we can insert multiple trees. We can have multiple trees from our work. Okay. And then we can use that particular tree in our working. Let's suppose this is a tree. This is another different type of tree. Okay. This is also a good shape of the tree. We can take even this one. Not too many. I'm just selecting one or two or three. Oak tree. Oak. O-A-K. Oak. Okay. So these are the different images of the trees. Let's suppose I will take the tree from this image. I am saving it with the name of T1. Okay, I will also take this image, T2 and T3. These are, I think, enough. So these are the images of the trees that I'm going to insert in my scenery, in my background. Then I'm going to take the image of birds. Birds, but birds will be flying in the sky. Flying, birds flying. Flying in the sky, we need to have flying birds. We don't need to have the birds which are very close to the camera and which are sitting. No, inside the cages. No, we need to have the flying birds. So from where we can take those birds which are flying, we can take such kind of images of the birds, or we can take such kind of images of the birds. It is looking good. This is also a different kind of image. One different kind of image is there in it. We will not take it closer because the image that we are using, we can take this one because we need to create a basically we need to create the impression that the birds are very far. So we need to have such kind of image which is showing you, which is giving you basically that impression that the birds are basically flying. So we can take such images which are suitable, and from where we can easily remove the background because we don't want to have the background. From where we can easily remove the background, we are taking those images of the birds. Okay, now I have taken three or four or five which I consider that these are enough. I'm saving the birds as B1, B2, B3. Okay, so I have taken these all images of the birds to place in my scenery. Now I am going to minimize this. What I am going to do now, I will open that particular background that I have got in lab activity number 3. I am unable to open the background. Let me check that the background that I had taken. Okay, this is also a good background, so I'm saving it. I'm taking a JPEG image. Fine. So I am able to have the background over here that I have taken over here right now. You can see. Now what I am going to do, I am going to take first some birds. Let me show you some examples. Let's suppose this is the image of the birds that I want to show you in the sky. What I am going to do, I will cut those images. Let's suppose this is the image and I want to place it over there. I will bring it. This is the image of the bird that I am selecting. I will take the selection tool and I will drag it. That particular layer should be selected when we are dragging. If that layer is not selecting, you will see some error. That's why I was asking you that if someone is there who is facing any issue while working on. Now you can see that we have taken this bird image. We can go there and in this layer 1, I am pressing Ctrl D, and we can take this image as well. Okay, so these are the images that we have taken. We can take another image. It is basically also change. I'm going to take the selection tool and then I'm going to drop it here. Now you can see that we have got three layers: layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. These are basically the three layers that we have got in our when you go to the layer properties, you can even change the names of the birds: bird 1, bird 2, bird 3. Even you can do this. So what I am going to do, I will select any of the image, just like this is the image. Right now it is on layer 1. I am going to take the magic wand tool. I had told you that the magic wand tool will always select the similar color. The similar color over here is white. I will select it. I will press delete. Okay, getting this thing or not? What did I do? I just selected that particular. Now I want to apply on it. I will select it. I will take the magic wand tool. By pressing W, you can have the magic wand tool, and I will delete the background. I will press Ctrl D for unselecting. I will select this object. This is the object of the image. I will press W. I have that magic wand tool right now. I will take the selection tool. I will press Ctrl D for unselecting. Now these are the images that we have got. If these are larger in size, what we can do, pressing Ctrl T, press Shift and you can minimize it according to your requirement. You can even minimize it, whatever you consider that this is the better size, so you can place it accordingly. Just like this is the image, I press Ctrl T, I can press Shift. Why we are pressing Shift? Because it will make the resize in a proportional order. Length and breadth will be equivalent. Length and breadth are not going to change. So these are the images of the birds which are flying in the sky, and these are very high. So these images are showing that the image basically that we have got, the birds are flying very high. These are not clear, but if some bird is there which is near, so what we can do, just like this is the image, this is an image of the bird which is flying, and its image is also clear. Its eyes, its wings are clear. What we are going to do, we will take this image, we will take the selection tool, we will bring it to our scenery. Now this is there in our scenery. We will click on the magic wand tool or press W, and we will delete the background. We'll press the Control D. Now this is the image that we have shown over here at the corner, showing that the image which is there, the bird is very close to us and we are able to see the bird properly. So in this way you can insert some different kinds of birds in your even you can take this one, but I'm not going to apply it now. You can take the image of this and you can insert it in your document. Let's suppose I take an elliptical tool. Control D. Okay, I will take the selection tool and I will bring it here and I will drop it in my image. Now you can see that it has been dropped. I will take the magic wand tool, I will delete the background, the given background, and I will press Ctrl D. Image is there, image is too large. What I need to do, I need to select Ctrl T for transformation, and I can select it and I can apply it and I can place it anywhere in the sky. Okay, so what I am going to do now, I need to take some trees as well. So some different designs of the trees I have taken over here. Let's suppose this is one of the designs with, I think this is the shade of the tree or the roots. I am unable to understand, but this is a tree. But I am going to do, I will take the elliptical tool. I will select it and I will bring it to my image, to my background image. The tree is looking too large, so it depends basically on you. You want to place it in this way. If you consider that the size is too large, you can resize it by pressing Ctrl T. Okay, we take another example of this tree. This is another other tree that we have got. So what we are going to do, we'll select this tree. I am going to take rectangle shape this time. I am selecting this tree and I want to have this tree in my scenery. So what I am going to do, I am going to drop it in my scenery in this way. But you can see that it contains some other background as well. This is the thing that I want to clarify you. If I take the magic wand tool and I select the background can be deleted in this way. It is possible. But how we are going to delete this extra land and the background which is given? You can see that the stem is also deleted. So what should I do in order to cover this thing? This is very simple thing. You can select the tree first by pressing Ctrl T. First, you just increase the size by pressing Shift. Increase the size of the tree to see it larger. Just increase the size of the tree. Apply. Now you can see that this is the size of the tree that you can see. Now what we are going to do, we will take the eraser tool. This is the eraser tool. And we will take a reasonable size of eraser. Eraser should not be too large. A reasonable size of the eraser. I think this is fine. Yeah. So what we are going to do, we are going to remove the extra edges of the tree, the extra area of the tree that is there. So what we can do, we can remove it in this way. Okay. Just like I remove it from here. Similarly, I can remove it, and by controlling my hand, I can remove the extra area which is there. When I am removing it, you can see that the background is going to be clear. Okay. Similarly, if you see over here, so if I want to take only this area in this way, so I can do this. Okay. Now the eraser size is 19 right now. It is the max size I have taken over here, but we can increase it from here. Okay. Now if I change the eraser to the 35, now eraser size is larger. Now I will erase this extra area. I have already drawn the line from the tree. I can erase it now quite easily. Because this was the thing which could not be deleted easily using magic wand tool. Why? Because magic wand tool will select the similar color, and over here the similar color is less. The colors are mixed with each other, so magic wand tool is not working properly. Magic wand tool is selecting some area, and even when I selected the yellow color, the light brown color, it also selected the stem of the tree. So it was not good that we are going to lose the stem of the tree. Okay, now in this way, what I have done now, what I perform. Keep in mind when I am doing this job that layer 7 is selected on which this tree is available. Otherwise, you are not going to apply it in a proper way. Now you can see that okay, still some background is there. It was not clear to me because it was on white color. So I am going to take the eraser and I am going to erase it properly with a proper hand control. If you do some mistake, just like if you delete it in this way, press Ctrl Z. Okay, so that if you are doing some mistake while deleting the portion of the tree, you can apply this thing in this way. Okay, now I have given you the examples of two trees, that how we have inserted. All these students will keep the cameras closed. Okay, fine. So now this is the tree basically that we have got. What we can do, we can press Control T and we can resize it by pressing Shift. We can resize it and we can place it anywhere in our image if you want, wherever you want to place it. Now you can see that the bird has gone behind the tree. What we can do for it, select the bird is on layer 4, so you can bring it at top, okay, in this way. If you consider that bird should be there, so you can bring it in this way. And even you can make the copies of the trees by pressing alt, press Control T, make it smaller even, and place it anywhere far in the image, okay, anywhere far in the image you can place it in this way, okay. So this was basically the practical that we have performed an a lab activity. Before going towards the next point, let me mark the attendance. Okay, from Abdul Muiz to Rafi Saeed and then Saim. Fine. I hope now this thing is clear. You can make the image, you can save it with the Adobe Photoshop format, and you can save for web and devices as well. You can insert some more things. You can insert, like, for example, if you want to insert some heart, take a picture of heart and just insert over here. So you can make it more beautiful, as you can insert as many pictures according to your requirements. So this is basically your lab activity T3 about the chapter number. I'm going to close this image. Now come towards the next activity. Let me complete it quickly. Tanva has learned to change the background color and insert different shapes in Photoshop. She has been told to create a border design in Photoshop. Create one or your system two in Photoshop. Basically, we have to create change the background color and insert different shapes in the background. We can design the background for what it depends. What kind of background is there? For which purpose you are going to draw a background? Let's suppose I want to make a background for the banner of my website. So I am going to take a new image. Let's suppose, let me give you one example. I want to take the width 9 centimeter and height 5 centimeter, 5 inches. 9 by 5 inches, it is just like a banner size in the website that you can place. Okay. Now, what kind of background color is required? What kind of thing is there that you want to do? So basically, it's up to you that how you are going to deal with it. Let me show you. For example, if you want to make some portions in the background image, I am taking this polygon lasso tool. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm trying to make a triangle. When triangle will be selected, I will take some good color, just like I have taken this color, and I am pressing Alt Delete, so this color will be filled. Okay. Let's suppose I'm just giving you example that how we can do Control Z, Control D. How we can do some background image, how we can create some background image. Now, if you want to have some borders with it, you can apply even borders with it by taking some different designs. What kind of border is there that you want to apply with it? We had learned about the brush tool, and we said that there are a number of design in the brush tool. This is the brush tool. So if you go to the brush tool, and you will see that there are some different designs available in it. So you can take any of the good design, and you can drop that particular design to your background, whatever background you have taken. You can type text over here according to your requirement. So we can make background images in some different way. This was basically the objective. Tanva has learned to change the background color and insert different images in Photoshop. She has been told to create a border design in Photoshop. Create one on your system too in Photoshop. Border design, how we can draw different kind of borders. Borders are basically those those outlines drawn on the images that we draw for our, for making our background beautiful. So we can draw different types of, border designs, different types of border designs we can draw using different tools. By default, the Photoshop does not uses the by default templates or something's given for it. What we can do, we can design our own. Let's suppose if I am going to take a border, what I am going to do, I will make, I can take rectangular marquee tool, I can fill it with some color, I can take some circular elliptical tool, I can fill it with some color. Alt Shift, Alt Backspace is used to fill the color. Okay. Now these are the two things. I can make copies of it to design a border. Okay, so in this way, whenever we are designing, it's better that we should take some new layer for our working, because it is going to make our work easier. So if we take the new layer, it will be better for us, just like this object we have taken on the new layer. So we can make some different, you know, copies of it by pressing Alt button. We can make multiple copies of it, just like you can see that we have got. So you can design the border by rectangle tool, circular tool, by taking different kind of images at the corners, but we are going to draw at the corners, and we can change the borders according to according to our will. Now if you see over here and we find out the borders, image borders, this is another method to insert the borders. Can you see these are the borders available? These are different borders that we can place it in our image depending on our requirement. Let's suppose I show you this example. This is the example that I have got. So I am going to save this border on my uh, in lab activity number 4. I am saving it with the lab activity number 4. Now if I want to take this border in my image, let's suppose this is the image, and this is the border that we have got. Okay, border size is right now too small. We can increase the image size as well by 9 inches to 5 inches, so that border size should also be same. Now how we can place it, how we can place the image inside it, how we can do this job, we can use this border by selecting the border and we can place it on our image. How we can do this job, we will have to select the complete border in this way. We will drop it to our image. This is the image. We will take the magic wand tool. We will drop the extra color available over here. Press Ctrl D. Now this is the border that you want to place in your image. Press Ctrl T. Since the number of pixels were not that much good, so the image is not giving that much good effect over here. But if the because this image was small, the image that I selected was small. So but in this way you can apply a good border, but it should be a larger one. Take a large image for large. If the image is large, take a larger background, the border image. So whatever border you are using, it depends that what kind of pixels are there. If the pixels, if the image is of low quality, then definitely you are not going to have very good impression of the image. Just like in this image, you can see that we have applied the border, but the border is not looking that much good because the pixels are broken, and it is not giving a good impression. Since the background image is too large and the border that we have taken is basically not that much good because it is on low quality number of pixels, less number of pixels. So what we are going to do, we are going to save this image as in the lab activity number 4. So we are going to inshallah start the next chapter in the next class, which is chapter 9, where we will explore some background tools as well. Background tools, and similarly some more graphical tools that are there. We are going to apply those tools even. So this would be the job that we are going to do in the upcoming class. Up to here, if you have got any question, please ask me, because our class time is now about to over. We have done all these 4 activities. Now please see on your screen what we have done. First activity was, as I have told you, that we were supposed to place the horse on the scenery background. Second activity was there, that where we were supposed to make an aquarium, an empty aquarium. We had taken an empty aquarium and we set the images of the fishes in that particular aquarium. Third activity was that we were supposed to make a landscape background image, have a background image, and then insert the pictures of the birds and the trees in it. So we inserted 2 trees. You can insert as many trees as you want. Then fourth activity is that we need to make the background, with the background image we need to set up a border design in the Photoshop. So border design we can draw by ourselves. It depends on our creativity that what kind of objects are there that we are going to take, and we can design different borders. And similarly we can take any border from the internet and we can even insert our image in that particular border as well. So these all are the things which are available over here. So these are the 4 activities, lab activities. Even then, now we have done this task. I think this thing is very clear to all the students. Hope you will practice for this. Please do practice for it. I will also give you the question and answers for this lesson. I don't think so. I have given earlier or not. Yes, I have not given for this chapter. So I am going to give you the question and answer. Yes, I have